In the ruins of a shattered world, a human medic finds an alien girl trembling in fear, begging him not to remove her clothes. What he uncovers beneath them doesn't just scar his mind. It redefines what it means to be human. Her body tells the story of cruelty beyond comprehension and courage beyond species. When her secret threatens not only her life but all of humanity, one man must decide, obey his orders, or follow his heart. And that choice will ignite a war and a love that changes everything. If you love emotional sci-fi stories that mix heart, sacrifice, and impossible choices, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another cinematic HFY story like this one. And hey, drop a comment below. What would you have done in Jeremy's place? Let's see how human we really are. The medbay was silent, except for the hum of machines and the shallow, frightened breathing of the alien girl huddled against the far wall. Her hands trembled as she clutched the torn fabric of her clothes. Her voice, barely more than a whisper, cracked through the sterile air. "Please, don't remove my clothes." Lieutenant Commander Jeremy Reed froze. Combat medic, 15 years of service, 4 planetary wars. He had seen soldiers torn in half by plasma fire, civilians turned to ash, and yet nothing unsettled him like that single plea. "Hey," he said softly, keeping his tone calm, measured. "You're safe here. I just need to check your injuries. Those bandages are soaked through." But she only pressed tighter against the cold wall, her iridescent eyes wide with terror. They shimmered with the faint colors of nebulae, violet, green, blue, shifting as though reflecting starlight itself. Jeremy lowered the medical scanner, his voice gentler now. "My name's Jeremy. What's yours?" For a long moment she said nothing. Then, in a trembling accent that the ship's translator struggled to interpret, she answered, "Lena. My designation is Lena Nix." "Well, Lena," Jeremy said, easing the scanner onto the table, "I'm not leaving until I know you're not bleeding out under those bandages. Trust me, I've seen it all before." Something flickered behind her eyes, fear, then resignation. "You humans," she murmured, "are stubborn creatures." Jeremy managed a tired smile. "It's one of our better flaws." For a heartbeat there was quiet understanding. But when she loosened her grip on her clothing, when the tattered remnants slid from her shoulders, Jeremy's composure fractured. Her skin, pale blue and faintly luminescent, was a tapestry of scars, not random, not chaotic, but patterns, precise, deliberate, cruel. Some burned deep, some carved into shapes. They weren't wounds of war. They were messages. Oh, God. The word escaped him before he could stop it. "I warned you," she said softly, her voice trembling like shattered glass. Jeremy reached for a thermal blanket, hand steady through years of training but heart unsteady from what he'd seen. He wrapped it gently around her shoulders, covering what no one should ever have to hide. "Who did this to you?" "The same ones who destroyed your outpost," she whispered. "The Vexari. They call their methods art." Jeremy swallowed hard. The Vexari, masters of torture and bioengineering, had taken prisoners before. But this was different. "You're lucky to be alive," he said. Lena looked up, her eyes shining with something between defiance and sorrow. "No," she said quietly. "I am not lucky. I am unfinished." That sentence struck him like a physical blow. Unfinished. The word lingered in his chest, echoing with something deeper than pity, something dangerously close to empathy. Outside the viewport, the twin moons of Proxima 4 rose over the ruined landscape. Inside the medbay, 2 beings, human and alien, stared at each other across a fragile space, neither realizing that what began with a plea would soon decide the fate of worlds. The ship floated in orbit above Proxima 4, its engines whispering through the silence of space. Inside the medbay, Lena's composure cracked. She set her mug aside, her hands trembling. "There's something you should know," she said finally, voice low. Jeremy straightened. Go on. They didn't just torture me, she whispered. They experimented. The word hung heavy in the air. Experimented how? Jeremy asked carefully, his medic's instincts taking over even as unease crawled up his spine. Lena hesitated, then brushed her hair aside, exposing a faint line at the base of her neck, a scar almost invisible to the naked eye. There's something inside me. Here. I can feel it sometimes. Moving. Jeremy's pulse spiked. Our scans didn't show anything. They wouldn't. It's designed that way. The Vexari are meticulous. Whatever they implanted, it hides from your technology. She looked up, eyes shimmering with both fear and defiance. And it's not just a device. It's connected to what I know. They wanted the knowledge inside me, and they wanted a way to control it. Jeremy felt the floor tilt beneath his feet. Control you? Lena nodded. Or destroy me, depending on what they need more. He ran a hand through his hair, exhaling sharply. We can remove it. Can you? She asked quietly. Without killing me? Jeremy didn't answer right away. His mind was already spinning through possibilities, procedures, every risk in the book. I can try. Her gaze softened. You'd risk that for me? I don't leave people to die with bombs in their necks, he said simply. But before she could respond, the medbay doors hissed open. Captain Harding stood there, flanked by 2 security officers. His expression was grim, controlled. Lieutenant Commander Reed, he said, we have new orders. Jeremy stiffened. Sir? The captain held up a data pad. A hologram flickered to life, Lena's image rotating, red text flashing beside it. Security risk, containment priority. Alliance intelligence intercepted this report, Harding said. They believe your survivor may be carrying Vexari surveillance tech, or worse. Lena froze. Her luminous markings dimmed to a fearful gray. Sir, Jeremy said sharply. She's not a threat. She's injured, terrified. Enough. Harding's tone left no room for argument. Protocol demands she be transferred to secure containment immediately. Jeremy stepped forward, placing himself between the guards and Lena. With respect, Captain, that's a mistake. Whatever's inside her, it's active. If we move her now, we could trigger it. Harding's jaw tightened. Are you disobeying a direct order, Lieutenant Commander? I'm following my oath, Jeremy said. Do no harm. Behind him, Lena whispered, Be careful who you trust. The tension in the room was a living thing, thick, suffocating. Harding's eyes narrowed. You've grown too close to her. That compromises your judgment. Maybe, Jeremy said quietly. But it also reminds me what it means to be human. For a long moment, no one moved. Then the captain exhaled, slow and heavy. You have 20 minutes, he said at last. Then she goes into containment. Make them count. As the doors closed behind him, Jeremy turned to Lena. You heard the man, he said, grabbing a surgical tray. We've got 20 minutes to save your life. The medbay lights dimmed to surgical white. The air felt charged, tense, like the moment before lightning strikes. Jeremy stood over the table, gloves on, tools laid out with military precision. Lena lay face down, breathing shallowly, her markings flickering in nervous rhythm. I need you conscious for this, he said, adjusting the scanner. The implant's linked to your neural pathways. You'll have to guide me. She gave a weak smile. In my culture, this position is considered intimate. Jeremy managed a small laugh. Is that your way of saying I'm moving too fast? Even through her pain, she chuckled softly. Humans and their timing. From the doorway, Captain Harding's voice cut through the sterile quiet. 14 minutes, Reed. Jeremy nodded without looking up. His focus was absolute. He lowered the micro-laser to the faint scar at the base of her neck. Okay, Lena. I need you to tell me exactly where it hurts. She tensed. There. It's like fire crawling through my thoughts. Got it. Jeremy adjusted the scanner's feed, eyes narrowing. The readings showed nothing, but that nothing was the clue. A negative space, a distortion in her natural bioelectric field. There you are, you bastard. He steadied his hands. I'm making a small incision. Lena's breath hitched, her markings flaring briefly. Talk to me, Jeremy said. Keep your mind anchored. Her voice trembled, but she obeyed. My home world, Arodani Prime. Oceans so clear you could see the ancient cities below. Nights so bright the stars reflected twice. Sounds beautiful, Jeremy murmured. It was, she whispered. Before the Vexari came, they destroy everything beautiful. Jeremy's laser sliced through tissue as carefully as thought itself. Beneath, alien light pulsed faintly. Bioluminescent veins intertwined with something metallic. Fascinating, he muttered. It's grown into you. Is this how humans flirt during surgery? Lena managed weakly. Only the really good ones. Despite the pain, a faint smile touched her lips. Then her body tensed. Wait, Jeremy, I'm seeing something. What do you see? Ships, moving through dark space. They're coming for me. For us. Jeremy worked faster. Stay with me, almost there. Her voice cracked. You don't understand. The implant, it's not just for control, it's rewriting me, turning me into a weapon against your kind. Harding stepped closer from the doorway, disbelief fading to grim comprehension. 10 minutes, Reed. Jeremy's voice went hard. Then I'll finish before that. He isolated the metallic core, a tiny vine-like structure wrapped around her spinal nerves. I've got it, he whispered. Now. Hold still. Lena's fingers clenched the table. If I lose myself, remember me as I was. You're not losing yourself. You're taking it back. With one final precise movement, Jeremy extracted the implant. It writhed in his forceps, alive, twitching with alien energy before he sealed it inside a containment field. Lena gasped, a full-body shudder, then went still. Her markings dimmed to a steady glow. Lena. She opened her eyes slowly, voice faint but clear. That was unpleasant. Jeremy exhaled, relief flooding through him. You're safe now. Harding glanced at the containment field, its contents pulsing faintly. And what the hell is that? Jeremy looked down at the alien device, something between a machine and a parasite, and whispered, Our proof that monsters still call themselves scientists. Hours later, the med bay felt quieter than space itself. Lena sat on the edge of the examination table, draped in a clean medical uniform. Her luminescent markings glowed faintly, calm again, or so Jeremy thought, until the monitor chirped. An alarm blinked red across the screen. Jeremy frowned. That can't be right. He scanned her again, slower this time. The readings spiked. Lena, your body's emitting radiation. She stiffened. Radiation? Not harmful to you, he said quickly. But the frequency. His voice faltered. It matches the Vexari weakness you mentioned. Lena's expression went pale. That frequency kills them. Jeremy looked up, realization dawning in his eyes. They didn't just implant you. They modified you. Her voice broke. Turned me into what? He exhaled, the truth heavy on his tongue. A living weapon. The words hit her like a blow. She rose abruptly, pacing the room. They made me a warning, she whispered, a message to anyone who defied them. If I escaped, I'd carry their curse. Jeremy approached carefully, stopping just close enough for her to feel his presence. We'll find a way to stop it. There has to be. But the radiation spiked again, her markings flashing violently. She winced, clutching her chest. Lena! He caught her as her knees buckled. The air around them shimmered faintly, distorting the light like heat waves. It's getting stronger, she gasped. If it keeps building, anyone near me with Vexari DNA could die. You're not alone, he said firmly. We'll fix this together. She shook her head weakly. Jeremy, if I lose control, you have to. Don't say it. Her eyes, bright and desperate, met his. "You have to stop me." He gritted his teeth. "No one's stopping anyone, not while I'm breathing." Outside, the ship trembled as engines powered up. The intercom crackled. Harding's voice cut through the tension. "Reed, report to the bridge. Priority transmission." Jeremy hesitated. "Can you stand?" "I'll be fine," Lena lied. He left reluctantly. But when he returned minutes later, she wasn't sitting. She was standing near the containment field, the alien implant hovering in its suspension field before her, pulsing in rhythm with her own light. "What are you doing?" Jeremy demanded. Her markings flared brighter, shadows playing across her face. "It's calling to me," she whispered. "It's connected." He stepped forward. "Lena, stay back. I know where it came from." Her trembling hand manipulated the display, revealing embedded coordinates, a hidden code. "It's a facility, a Vixari base. They built the weapon there, and they built me there." Jeremy's mind raced. "Then that's where we end this." Lena looked at him, fear and resolve burning side by side. "If I go near that place, they'll sense me. I'll light up their sensors like a star. Then I'll go with you," Jeremy said simply. She blinked, taken aback. "You'd risk everything for me?" He met her gaze, steady. "You stopped being an experiment the moment you fought to live." For a long moment, neither spoke. The hum of the containment field filled the silence between them. Then Lena whispered, almost to herself, "They tried to make me a weapon, and they forgot. Humans forged their weapons into hope." And in that moment, Jeremy realized he wasn't looking at a victim anymore. He was looking at the one being who might just save them all.